with ISU, and really excited to work with everyone.
When I came into school, I started in a degree in biology because I knew I wanted to work in the outdoors in some way. I was kind of really leaning towards park ranger, and my friend asked me and was like, hey, let's take this rock climbing class together. And I was like, all right, that sounds pretty fun. I've done it a little bit. I like rock climbing. So she and I took the rock climbing class from Justin Daly at the Outdoor Adventure Center. I learned from one of the student instructors who was teaching with him about the outdoor education program, because that was what he was studying, and he kind of started talking to me about it when I was having a pretty tough time in biology and explained everything I could do with it, and I was like, wow, that sounds really great. Sounds like what I want to be doing. I already knew that I loved to be outside and that I wanted to work outside, and so being able to go through this program where I got to grow and learn so much, and my confidence went way higher than I ever thought it could, and I think that's because I felt comfortable in what I was doing finally. I found something that really fit me, that I was happy doing, and that's always been the biggest thing to me, is being happy where I work. So finding a career and a degree that really made me happy and I want to go to work was really rewarding, and then being able to share that experience with others has been one of the best things, because I can try and help others find something that's for them. In this degree, you can do so many different things. I didn't realize how widespread it was until I was in it. So you can work in park service, whether it's state or national. You can work for pretty much any land agency like BLM, Forest Service. You can work at a university like I do, where you teach and you get to run a rental program or an outdoor program. You can work for the city and run their outdoor program or be a part of it. I plan to stay at ISU for a while, so I came on as a full-time recreation coordinator, and I'm really happy in it. I get to keep doing what I love. I would love to be a park ranger at some point. I don't know when that's going to be, but I spent my previous summer as a park ranger, and it was one of the best experiences, so I definitely want to go back to that at some point in my life. My advice, if you're considering the degree, would be to start taking some of those smaller classes that are like the 1-week classes, or they're once a week, and start to kind of gauge your interest. People who really like hands-on work will love the degree, or if they like to be outside or they want to learn about being outside and the hands-on work. It really is. That's my favorite part of working in the outdoors, is being able to share an experience that I think is really neat with someone else and see them do well in it or learn or have fun.
Good morning, and welcome to the Idaho State University 2025 Spring Commencement Ceremony. Will the audience please rise? The candidates from the graduate school led by Professional Achievement Award recipient Kendra Westerhouse and Outstanding Student Achievement Award recipient Nora Cardillo. Candidates from the College of Arts and Letters, led by Professional Achievement Award recipient April Fritsch and Outstanding Student Achievement Award recipients Abigail Card and Jaden Klein. The candidates from the College of Business, led by Professional Achievement Award recipient Sandy Moore Gerke and Outstanding Student Achievement Award recipient Jace Packer. The candidates from the College of Science and Engineering, led by Professional Achievement Award winners Tracy Elline and Rena Carlson, and Outstanding Student Achievement Award winners Xavier Christie and Jaden Palmer. The faculty of Idaho State University. President of Idaho State University, and dignitaries from ISU and the great state of Idaho. President of Idaho State University, Dr. Robert W. Wagner.
Good morning. On behalf of the entire Idaho State University community, I want to welcome you to our campus for the Spring 2025 Commencement Ceremony. Please remain standing as Bachelor of Arts candidate Madison Stewart sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. That was beautiful. You may be seated. Idaho State University is proud of the men and women who serve our nation as members of the United States Armed Forces. Would our student veterans and all other veterans and military personnel in the audience please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your service. Acknowledging native lands is an important way to honor and respect Indigenous peoples and their traditional territories. The land on which Idaho State University's Pocatello campus sits is within the original Fort Hall Reservation boundaries and is the traditional and ancestral home of the Shoshone and Bannock peoples. We acknowledge the Fort Hall Shoshone and Bannock peoples, their elders past and present, their future generations, and all Indigenous peoples, including those upon whose land the university is located. We offer gratitude for the land itself and the original caretakers of it. As a public research university, it is our ongoing commitment and responsibility to teach accurate histories of the regional Indigenous people and of our institutional relationship with them. It is our commitment to the Shoshone Bannock tribes and to ISU citizens that we will collaborate on future educational discourse and activities in our communities. I would now like to invite the Medicine Thunder Drum Group from Fort Hall and dancers Hunter Rendon and Cassie Osborne and Ralia Marshall to perform an honor song to honor all ISU graduates, staff, faculty, family members, and anyone else celebrating graduation. Will the audience please stand for the honor song? Thank you, Medicine Thunder Drum Group and the beautiful dancers. It is a privilege to have all of you here today. The audience may be seated. We are fortunate to have several other special guests joining us this morning. At this time, I would like to introduce the platform party here on stage with me. Please stand and remain standing as I call your name. I ask the audience to please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. From our Board of Trustees, the Idaho State Board of Education, Board Member Mr. David Turnbull. Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Adam Bradford. Vice President for Operations, Mr. Brian Sagendorf. Senior Vice Provost and Vice President for Health Sciences, Dr. Rex Force. Vice President for Research and Economic Development, Dr. Martin Blair. Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Craig Chatrian. Vice President for University Advancement, Ms. Stephanie Smith. Assistant Vice President for Student Affairs and Dean of Students, Dr. Matt Daly. Chief Officer for Online Enterprise and Extended Learning, Dr. John Louviere. Interim Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Tracy Cullum. Founding Dean of the College of Arts and Letters, Dr. Candy Turley Ames. Dean of the College of Business, Dr. Shane Hunt. Interim Dean of the College of Science and Engineering, Dr. Lyle Castle. Chair of the Faculty Senate, Dr. Amanda Zink. Distinguished Teacher Award recipient, Dr. Marie Stango. Distinguished Research Award recipient, Dr. Mustafa Mishal. This morning's student speaker, Mr. Scott Bauman. Commencement speaker, Mr. Donnell Morgan. Honorary degree recipient, Ms. Drusilla Gould. President of the ISU Alumni Association Board of Directors, Mr. David Gates. Chair of the ISU Foundation Board of Directors, Ms. Bina Manan. Ms. Shoshone Bannock Queen Destiny Rope. President of the College of Eastern Idaho, Dr. Lori Barber. And President of the College of Southern Idaho, Dr. Dean Fisher. Please join me in welcoming these guests and thanking them for being here today. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to our state legislators who are joining us this morning. Representative Rick Cheatham and his wife Deborah, Representative Tanya Burgoyne, and Representative Josh Wheeler and his wife Laramie. We appreciate you taking the time to be with us as we celebrate the achievements of our graduates. Your presence here today is meaningful, and we thank you for joining us on this special occasion. I would like to emphasize how happy we are as a university community to congratulate our graduates and welcome their family and friends on such a special occasion. On behalf of all of the faculty and staff at Idaho State University, I would like to say to our graduates, we are very proud of you. You represent the very reason why our institution exists. You are the focal point of all of our efforts. You graduates are not here by chance or coincidence. You're here because of your hard work, grit, and tenacity. Abigail Adams once said, "Learning is not attained by chance. It must be sought for with ardor and diligence." I also know that many of you did not arrive to this point alone, but with the help and companionship of others along the way. Today, we celebrate you and them. So, for all of you, take a moment and enjoy the achievement. You did this. And remember, as an ISU Bengal, you have been taught to let your voice be heard, to use your actions to create impact, and your experience to set an example. Congratulations, Bengals. I would now like to invite our Board of Trustee member and State Board member, Mr. David Turnbull, to the podium to say a few words.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me here today, and I want to take a moment to acknowledge the mothers on this special weekend, and hopefully all of you who are here can appreciate how proud that your mothers would be of you, right? So my wife's here, the mother of 4 of our children, and it was a special occasion each time she got to experience a graduation event. It's a pleasure to be here with you today, with faculty, leadership, and most importantly, you graduates, who we are recognizing for your years of hard work, study, learning, and achieving. I'm pleased to represent the State Board of Education, celebrating this occasion with you graduates. And in some respects, I and the people of my generation represent part of the past, a little bit of the present, but you indeed are the future. We have an important responsibility to provide for that future by supporting you students. It's good to be back in Eastern Idaho where I grew up. I was born just up the road, I guess, in Idaho Falls. That's where I was raised. My father attended Idaho State University after World War II. So when the members of the State Board were asked to volunteer to attend commencement ceremonies around the state, I jumped on the opportunity to come back to Eastern Idaho and join you for just a few words of support and encouragement for this campus and the university. I am the newest member of the State Board of Education, and I can tell you that in my few months on the board, that there's a tremendous amount of support for what you're doing here. It's been a pleasure to get to know the President Wagner and his team. We're determined to help the university thrive and be the center for educational excellence here in Eastern Idaho, as well as the important presence that Idaho State University has at the Meridian campus. So my father had a millwork shop in Idaho Falls, and he started the year I was born, started the business. So I started working in that shop as an 8-year-old boy, sweeping the sawdust off the floor. I was paid 40 cents an hour, and that was enough to buy 4 frosty root beers, which I often spent my paycheck on. By the time I was 12, I was operating all of the machinery, and while in high school, I was working on job sites, doing millwork installation, and I've worked on buildings on this campus. This was a long time ago. I can't even tell you which buildings I worked on. But so much has changed since I graduated from Bonneville High School. Any Bs here in the audience? All right, all right. I graduated high school in 1977. That's the last time I spoke at a commencement address. The population of Idaho at that time numbered in the 800,000s, right? Anybody have any idea how big the population of the state of Idaho is now? We're over 2 million people. We've just passed Nebraska for, I think, the 37th largest state in the union. So a lot has changed. Try to imagine someone like me looking back over my last half century and imagine how our world is so much different now than it was 50 years ago. And then try to imagine what your world will look like 50 years from now. As you try to imagine this, do so through the lens of optimism. The world goes through a lot of ups and downs and some occasional convulsions. It's the same for us as individuals, but there's a formula for making your tomorrows better than your today. It's a solid value system, hard work, including continuous learning. This is not the end of your education. The ability to adapt and a tenacious determination, that's a proven formula for success in your life. Now, just a bit of advice. This is the point where I'm probably supposed to tell you to go out and conquer the world, and you will. But there's a lot of contention and strife in our political, civil, and social landscape today. There's far too much rhetoric of fight, fight, fight. I encourage you not to give in to these forces that seek to pull us apart, seek to divide us. There's this best-selling book many of you may have heard about. It's called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People that I'd encourage you all to read. And I want to focus on one of these habits. It's habit number 5. And it says, seek first to understand, then to be understood. We need much more understanding in this world, much less contention, more listening, less shouting. Frankly, we need to be peacemakers in this world. So, I encourage you to try to be a peacemaker in your daily interactions, and if you do so, you will feel more internal peace, and you can help heal the world. So again, I want to congratulate you graduates and say, well done, keep moving forward. I really do love this opportunity to come back and hang out with young people. It really energizes me. So thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Trustee and Board Member Turnbull. We appreciate you being here today. And now, graduates, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce one of your own. This morning's student speaker, Scott Bauman.
Thank you, Dr. Wagner. Courage, said C.S. Lewis, is not simply one of the virtues, but the form of every virtue at its testing point. If there is one thing that defines this graduating class, it is courage. Courage to show up when the path was uncertain, courage to believe in ourselves when doubt crept in, and courage to keep going when life got in the way, to still show up, still try, and still grow. For me, this journey has been one of transformation. As a first-generation, non-traditional, international student returning to school after 20 years, I had to let go of my comfort and embrace fear. You see, courage is not the absence of fear. It's moving forward despite it. And I know that I am not alone. Some of us here are the first in our families to step onto a college campus. Some of us battled imposter syndrome or juggled jobs and family responsibilities. Yet, here we are. Because something inside us kept saying, keep going. You've got this. Today, we celebrate that courage. We celebrate the grit and heart that brought us here. And as we face a world that is unpredictable and fast changing, one thing is clear: we are ready. We didn't just pass through ISU, we helped shape it. Whether through Bengal Giving Day, which has raised over $2.5 million over the past 4 years, or by pushing boundaries in research, redefining leadership, and lifting each other up, our impact is lasting. Look around. This room is full of change makers, from the research symposium to the 3-minute thesis, from honors students reimagining tradition through opportunity, to those bringing global conversations to the local stage through the Frank Church Symposium. You have proven that courageous dialogue brings meaningful change. For those professors that have battled cancer, have lost loved ones, and recovered from surgery, You have shown us that courage is not just something that we have to learn in a textbook. It's something we've witnessed firsthand, lived alongside, and been inspired by day after day. This is what success looks like at ISU. It's not just grades, but rather how we showed up, how we led, and how we supported one another. Yes, the road ahead may be challenging. There will be moments of doubt. But remember Nelson Mandela's words, "It always seemed impossible until it was done." We've already done the impossible. So take that courage with you down the bold path forward and show the world what it means to always be a Bengal. Congratulations. The world is waiting. Let's go shape it. And now, a tradition we are restarting at ISU after years of hiatus. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to ISU alumnus and Executive Director of Elevate Oregon, Mr. Donnell Morgan, who is here to deliver Idaho State University's Spring 2025 Commencement Address. For a complete bio of Mr. Morgan, please refer to the program. Mr. Morgan.
Wow, 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 wow. I remember playing in this arena years ago, about 30 years ago. The kids would say, "He caught a body." Last time I caught a body in here was in 1995. It's crazy to be here, but I'm supposed to be here. Good morning, everyone. President Wagner, esteemed faculty and officials, proud families, and most importantly, graduates of the Idaho State University 2025. Graduates, do me a favor real quick. Close your eyes. I'll tell you when to open them. Let's take a moment to recognize what's happening here. You made it. You survived late night study sessions, morning exams that you barely remember taking. Group projects where one person did all the work and another person just brought snacks. You juggled classes, jobs, relationships, and that occasional crisis at 2 a.m. And now here you are. Open them up. In a cap and gown, one awkward stage walk away from being a college graduate. And that's no small thing. But I stand here today not as a celebrity or a big CEO of a large company. I stand here today as a proud Bengal. I attended ISU myself from 1993 to 1995. I was a student athlete on the basketball team, and in 1994, we became the last ISU team to win the Big Sky Conference regular season. On my way in, I was speaking with Coach Looney, and I told him, man, next year I got 2 minutes for you. You could put me in for 2 minutes, I'll grab you about 3 rebounds. I got 3 fouls, and I'm done, man. That's all I got for you. That's all I got for you. But what I want to say is that victory, that championship, it was unforgettable, but it's not just the championships that I carry with me. It was the purpose, man. It was what I was able to build with this community. When I came to ISU, I didn't have it all figured out. I had a scholarship, I had a few suitcases, and a dream, just like many of you did when you first got here. I thought I knew where I was going. I thought destination I thought purpose was a destination. But let me tell you what I've learned since then, y'all. Purpose isn't something that you stumble upon. It's something that you build. One choice, one experience, one relationship at a time. It's not this big flashy moment when fireworks and clarity. Sometimes it shows up as a whisper. It shows up in little things like staying after practice to help a teammate, saying yes to opportunities that scare you, like I'm up here right now, scared to death. But you gotta say yes to these things. Pushing through when no one's watching. When I look back at my time here, what I remember most are not just the games or the scores. I recall the early morning practices in this arena, freezing. When doubt crept in, when quitting seemed easier than sticking to the mission and the commitment that I have for myself. I remember the road trips, the locker room laughter, the professors who challenged me, and the teammates who are, became, and still are family members. Winning that Big Sky championship, yeah, it was cool. It was incredible for me. However, what truly changed my life was learning how to lead, how to lose with grace, and how to be present for others. So ISU didn't just shape me as a person. ISU didn't just shape me as a basketball player or an athlete. It shaped me as a person. Full circle moment, 2023, I was inducted into the ISU Hall of Fame. Thank you. That moment meant the world to me. But not because it was about me, it was about me reminding myself how deeply I was connected to this university, how deeply it is that I'm connected to this community, and also a reminder of the people at this university that helped shape me to be the man that I am today. So thank you for everyone that's in this community of Pocatello. Quite simply, y'all, I love ISU. I always will. This building, Pocatello, this campus, it's in my blood, and I know deep down it's in yours too. Finding your truth and passion. Now let's talk about that for a second. They always say, hey, graduates, follow your passion. They say, hey, graduates, live your truth. But let's be honest, those words can feel a little overwhelming when you're just trying to figure out what's for dinner tonight, right? Am I right about that? It's crazy. Let alone your whole future. So just figure out dinner first. Your future, don't worry about that. It'll happen for you, okay? Here's what I want to tell you. It's okay not to have all the answers right now. It really isn't. The truth isn't just one big moment of clarity. It isn't just one big thing that's gonna happen for you. It's gonna be small moments when you feel most like yourself. When you're helping someone, when you're creating something, when you're solving a problem that makes you come alive, those are the clues. Follow them. Your passion isn't always a bingo roar. Sometimes it's a whisper. You have to get quiet enough to even hear it. And sometimes your truth, the real truth, is after failure. It's after heartbreak. It's after starting over. That's when you learn what really matters to you. So don't chase a title. Don't worry about chasing a title. Chase meaning. Don't build a resume. Build a life that reflects your values. Vision without purpose, vision without service, is just an ambition. So whatever your major, whatever your next step, remember this. Vision without service is just an ambition. Remember that. So you can have the biggest dreams in the world, but if they're not helping anyone, really doesn't matter, and that feeling is going to feel very hollow. So what will make your vision powerful? Use it for service of others. You don't have to be a doctor, you don't have to be a teacher to make a difference. You can serve through kindness, you can serve through generosity, you can serve through empathy, through leadership that lifts others, through showing up when it matters most for someone else. Because service is where purpose finds its legs, and it's how your truth becomes a gift, not for you, but for the world. The legacy you leave, you've already made it through. You've made it through a time in history that challenged every norm. You adapted, you persevered, you learned. Now, go live with courage. Be kind when the world tells you to be cold. Stay curious, take risks. Say yes when it feels right, and no when it doesn't align with your values. And remember, your life doesn't have to be unique or super cool to someone else. It just has to be meaningful. So I tell you, live your purpose, live your truth, pursue your passion, serve with love, and let the purpose grow the way you treat others. Let your purpose grow from the way you treat others. And that's the kind of legacy that's going to last. So, my little brothers and sisters, yes, we're family now. You're about to cross this line and we're forever linked. So I got a whole bunch of new brothers and sisters. I'm proud of you. I truly am. 30 years ago, I walked out. 30 years ago, today I get to come back and see your faces, and I watched you walk through that arc the other day, and I just said, wow, they have no idea what's about to happen. But I'm proud of you. I'm proud to stand here as a fellow Bengal, and I'm excited for the stories you're going to write, the lives you're going to impact, and the purpose you're going to create. And remember, you don't need a higher level of consciousness. You just simply need to know who you are and where you're going. So I say, little brothers and sisters, it's time. It's time, brothers. It's time, sisters. If not you, then who? If not now, then when? So it's time to identify yourselves and walk into your authority. Congratulations, graduate. Now go show the world what it means to really be and truly be an Idaho State Bengal. Peace and love, and thank you for having me this afternoon.
Thank you, Scott, and thank you, Donnell, for those inspiring words. At this time, we are returning another important act to ISU's commencement ceremony, the awarding of an honorary degree. Throughout history, higher education institutions have used their authority as places of higher learning, research, leadership, and creativity to recognize the incredible impact of individuals whose values and efforts have influenced society for good. Someone who has risen above challenges to make a significant difference in our world and in our communities. I would like to invite Founding Dean of the College of Arts and Letters, Dr. Candy Turley Ames, to the podium to introduce this morning's honorary degree recipient.
Drusilla Gould, a retired lecturer and Shoshone language instructor from the Department of Anthropology and Languages at Idaho State University, has been instrumental in preserving the Shoshone language and culture. She has brought her passion for serving her people and for preserving the Shoshone language to ISU since 1978. Together with colleague Chris Lother, Drusilla opened a Shoshone language curriculum at Idaho State and created the first written Shoshone dictionary. The written system they created has been used in elementary and secondary curriculums across Shoshone country to teach young people and preserve the language. For more than 30 years, Drusilla has taught hundreds of courses on Shoshone folklore, native crafts, and other traditions. Her work has been vital to the preservation of Shoshone language and tradition. She has mentored and impacted many lives. Some of Drusilla's recent accomplishments include the Idaho State Historical Society Esto Perpetuo Award in 2023 for her dedication to the Shoshone language and cultural preservation, and the 2023 Chief Washkey Foundation Distinguished Leadership Award for Lifetime Achievement and Contributions to Culture and Language Preservation. Drusilla, thank you for joining us here on this stage, where you will be hooded by President Wagner and Provost Bradford. It is with deep admiration and gratitude that we bestow upon you one of the highest honors our institution can confer. In recognition of your distinguished contributions to society and culture, we are proud to confer upon you, Miss Drusilla Gould, the degree of Doctorate of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Congratulations, Ms. Gould. Thank you for your impact on our communities and your contributions to our institution. Good morning, everyone. My name is Adam Bradford, and I am the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs here at Idaho State University. We are thrilled to be celebrating you and your accomplishments, graduates. And while today is certainly about you, I think that many of us would agree that we would not be where we are today without the support and guidance we've received along the way from teachers and beloved mentors. At this time, I would like to express sincere appreciation to the members of the Idaho State University faculty. Would all the faculty members and emeriti please stand, and all teachers in the audience join them in standing to be recognized. Thank you. Thank you for your dedication to our students and to your disciplines. This spring, 15 Idaho State University faculty members have been honored with outstanding faculty awards in the categories of teaching, service, and research. You'll find them listed in your programs. 3 of those 15 were selected to receive distinguished faculty awards. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Marie Stango, Dr. Mustafa Mashal, and Dr. Diana Scow. Congratulations. And now, graduates, the moment you've been waiting for. Would the candidates from the graduate school please rise? President Wagner, I am pleased to present to you the candidates for doctoral degrees, graduate certificates, master's degrees, and specialist degrees. Upon the recommendation of the deans of the colleges and the university faculty, I recommend that these degrees be conferred.
Wait for it. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of Idaho State University and upon the recommendation of the college deans and university faculty, I hereby confer upon you, upon completion of requirements, the appropriate doctoral, master's, and specialist degrees with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
We present our graduates for the doctoral degree from the Graduate School, hooded by their advisors and Dr. Tracy Cullum, Interim Dean of the Graduate School. Nora Michelle Cardillo. Rudo Chigweshe Davison, hooded by Dr. Alan Johnson. Dr. Sarah Lynn Gerlich, hooded by Dr. Matthew Van Winkle. Sierra Dawn Baca Zeff, hooded by Dr. Aaron B. Rasmussen. Morgan Lacey Musquez, hooded by Dr. Aaron Rasmussen. Lilith Josan Camp, hooded by Dr. Stephen Lawyer. Gabriela Rose Perez, hooded by Dr. Shannon Lynch. Samantha Parkson Johnston, hooded by Dr. Robert Rieske. Golem Gauss Jaman, hooded by Dr. Marco Schoen. Jonathan William Leroy Blakeman, hooded by Dr. Mark Macbeth. Sarah Rebecca Menish Garrick, hooded by Dr. Edward Kammerer. Shireen Ainsworth, hooded by Dr. Edward Kammerer. Callie Lila Dance, hooded by Dr. Donna Liebecker. Robert Steele. Brandon Alexander Yoakley, hooded by Dr. Shannon Cobbs Nowotniak. We present our graduates for the master's degree from the College of Business, hooded by Dr. C. Shane Hunt, Dean of the College of Business, and Dr. Tracy Cullum, Interim Dean of the Graduate School. Cassandra Marie Tack. Aaron Darnell Bergen. Bentley Weldon. Tyler R. Pratt. Daniel Miller. Taylor Don Kilpack. Dalton Deary. Renaz Karangia. Susana Agudelo Ramirez. Diego Jara Uloa. Riley Marie Priest. Victor Manuel Dominguez. Andrew Forson. Weston Sage Spractus. Anthony David Land. Tice Robinson. Bryson Montmitten. Joshua Kyle Lindquist. Paul E. Geddes IV. Maribel Oblea. Trinity Wing Yen De Loera. Grace Thurgeson. Lara Neve Maccabee. Annalise Paroso. Nancy Marie Graham. Skylar Gordon Moa. Andrea Georgelyn Marie Tabula Maminta. Laura Lynn Rizzo. Janice Annan. We present our graduates for the master's degree from the College of Science and Engineering, hooded by Dr. Lyle Castle, Interim Dean of the College of Science and Engineering, and Dr. Tracy Cullum, Interim Dean of the Graduate School. Abigail Irene Hargraves. Mitchell Martin Frazier. Nelson Harold Snow. Benjamin Daniel Johnson. Catherine Burke. Sony Thapa. Charles Taichi Apiaje. Betty Elome Brown. Cheyenne Bartlett. Tobias Barton Babcock. David William Cavell. Daliet Maria Delgado Mesonet. Alicia Manandar. Daniel Arteaga Vega. Amir Tavachini Vivek Kanandan. Nusrat Farhin. Chaudhry Tasnuva Hazera. Rimi Das. Samjana Rajbandari. Sarah Surani. Yashoda Niawapane. Isiwal Gemiri. Austin Meechan. Sajal Asharga. Eva Ruguru Guthuku. Michaela Macaluso. Callan Norby. Riley Stratton. Sabala Subedi. We present our graduates for the master's degree from the College of Arts and Letters, hooded by Dr. Candy Turley Ames, founding dean of the College of Arts and Letters, and Dr. Tracy Cullum, interim dean of the Graduate School. Richard Andreasen. Paula Harway Walker. Nadia Husel. Diana Gonzalez. Jose Alfonso Mendez. Kaylee Annalise White. Annie June Kingsley Mendoza. Vanessa Marie Truchot. Mark Connett. Reagan Don Worley. Suja Silkata Gaso Wanian. Mason Lindsay Lepre. Holger G. Nickel. Cambry Sylvia Krieger. Miles Hodges Delwanrons. Heidi Carter. Maddie Inger Franklin. Kaylee Lynn Leach. Damon Tanner Leach. John Oluwafemi Opeifa. Bernard Jania Niekwe. Taylor Marie Fitzgerald. Moldu Peola, Abimbola Bada. Soraya Nasrin. Kiera E. Burns. Jody Lynn Atkinson. Seth Gabriel Garwood. Gerline Carr Litt. Carmen Aguilar Rayner. Eric Gonzalez Campos. John Washburn Young. Jordan Nicole Ford. Molly Marie Thompson. Jennifer Hartley. Lainey Martin. Savannah Grace Hirsch. Nicole Hill. Lachey Lynn Peck. Rhonda J. Hauser. Laura Marie Beezer. Caleb Dorshus. Craig Aaron Pearl. Robin Nicole Nelson. Brooke L. Long. Jennifer Summers Meek. Laura Svetlana Renata Schumann. Sarah L. Baldwin. Taiwo Abdul Jalil Selako. Angelina Rose Conroe. Dana Marie Parsons. Nicole Ashley Falvey. Jefferson Wolfram Turner. Hiram Jair Aguilar Campos. Theopolis Adrian Tirevaisha Mudangwe. Maya McCon Mitten. Charity Potter. Jennifer Collier. Quincy Lee Maddock. Juliana Cherba Pizer.
Congratulations. And now, would the candidates for all undergraduate degrees please rise? President Wagner, I am pleased to present to you the candidates for the Honors Bachelor's Degree, Bachelor's Degree, Associate Degrees, and Certificates. Upon the recommendations of the deans of the colleges and the university faculty, I recommend that these degrees be conferred.
Okay, are you a rowdy bunch? That's what I thought. You're excited. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of Idaho State University and upon the recommendation of the college deans and university faculty, I hereby confer upon you, upon completion of requirements, the appropriate bachelor's and associate's degrees with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates.
We now present our graduates from the College of Arts and Letters. Natalia Brooke Moore, magna cum laude. Kaylee Benham, magna cum laude. Trace Miles. Kyle E. Keckler. Serena Mist Harris. Gianna Shivi Cervantes, magna cum laude. Kirsten Michelle Carinco, magna cum laude. Christina Michelle Phillips, cum laude. Jackie Nguyen. Kathleen Suzanne Bills. Scott Edward Bauman, cum laude. Riley Barbara Strozakowski. Madison Kelly Stewart. Amaya Jade Flake. Abigail Marie Card. Julio Giovanni Lopez, cum laude. David Martin Scott. Joseph Austin Gregory, cum laude. McCady Diaz, magna cum laude. Jenna Chapman. Jacob Merrill Luker. Connor Robertson, magna cum laude. Max E. Schwager. Grace Sue Davis. Samantha Carroll, summa cum laude. Isla Garrido, magna cum laude. Rhiannon Thomas, cum laude. Luz Abril Perez Potter, magna cum laude. Sol Rose King. Anna Elise St. Michael, cum laude. Rachel Dietz. Maya Jaden Klein, summa cum laude, honors distinction graduate. Enid McMahon, cum laude. Adam Larson Red, cum laude. Mackenzie Jordan Karras, summa cum laude. James Brecker, magna cum laude. Rihan Gurung. Maddie Jennifer Ward. Sarah Elizabeth Roberts, cum laude. Connor Michael Whitfield, magna cum laude. Amir Amari Arshad. Caitlin Paige Chandler. Kira Don Dominguez. Selena C. Johnston. Michelle Jacqueline Archuleta. Taylor Marie Adams, honors distinction graduate. Mason Stewart, magna cum laude. Brooke Lynn Reinholz. Stephen Noah Rutherford, cum laude. Dylan Richmond Baird. Kara Jep Courier Price, summa cum laude. Alexa Taylor Kohana Hine, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Inez Anderson, magna cum laude. Alyssa May Cooper. Garrett Michael Horton, cum laude. Arminda Horton, cum laude. R. Riley Sant, cum laude. Brinley Nicole Nalder, cum laude. Sydney Joe Smith, magna cum laude. Alexis Cheyenne Carter, magna cum laude. Zoe Rebecca Armstrong, summa cum laude. Gabriela Francesca Cheney, magna cum laude. Nicole Samantha Gamble. Susan Amber Call, cum laude. Matthew Mark Rice, cum laude. Haley Ann Sidebottom, summa cum laude. Henry Van Lee, cum laude. Trey William Talbot, magna cum laude. Britton Ann Talbot, summa cum laude. Luke David Holston, magna cum laude, honors distinction graduate. Brooklyn Neal Carver. Stetson Scott Tolman, magna cum laude. Tiffany Ann Parr. Delaney Bryn Thompson. Madeline Bernard, cum laude. Devin Matthew Faber, summa cum laude. Kaylee Marie Kaminsky, cum laude. Piper Josephina Changoch. Kendall Whitney. Ella Marie Hardesty, cum laude, honors distinction graduate. Rachel Baker, magna cum laude. Adziri Granados Gonzalez, summa cum laude. Aubrey Ray Fuchs, summa cum laude. Sierra Geishes, summa cum laude. Megan McKaylee Rawson. Boston Elizabeth Adams. Cecily Charlene Shepard, magna cum laude. Joe Charon. DeQuay Deshawn Lang. Alexandra May Towsey. Dana Bridget Cruz, cum laude. Anne Marie Franson, summa cum laude. Naomi Jewel Young, summa cum laude. Tyler Min Lee, summa cum laude. James Collier Leon, magna cum laude. Lauren Marie Smith. Bowen Rose, cum laude. Lillian Elizabeth Wheeler. Paige Marley Taylor, magna cum laude. Zaylee Jade Ames, summa cum laude. Brooklyn Paige Eve. Nova McKay Silvis, cum laude. Ashton Thomas Prothero. Connor Clarence Schwemmer. Gregory Mark Grima, cum laude. Joseph Willie, magna cum laude. Jake Seng Broca, summa cum laude. Jalen Eric Brown. Joseph Perez Garabe. Michael Andrew Taggart, cum laude. Sydney Savannah Rizzo. Kenneth Patrick Broxham. Virginia Rose Broxham, magna cum laude. Alia Ele Lino Sopoaga. Peyton Michelson. Asia Suatupe Sopoaga. Austin James Manolis. Stacy Annette Leroux, summa cum laude. James Murray, cum laude. Marley N. Ausman, magna cum laude. Olivia Mickelson, cum laude, honors distinction graduate. Madeline Sherry Shaw. Callie Ann Daniels, cum laude. Aubrey Lynn Clough, summa cum laude. Aubrey Faith Palmer, magna cum laude. Katie May Ellen, magna cum laude. Joni Lynn Beck, magna cum laude. Cody Von Bloxham. Brooklyn Elizabeth Bullock. Casey Leanne Morgan. Liv Kia Corum, summa cum laude. Ashley K. Helm. Beth Johnson, cum laude. Tyson James Stuckey, cum laude. Thomas Wilson Dungan, summa cum laude. Stephen Nicolai Brown. Avery Noel Frazier. Sophie Aaron Andrus. Trisha Mosho. Yara Yakub Bisharat. Kaya Lexi Adams. Destiny Ann Costa. Aida Nagrete. Alyssa D. Farnes. Harley Rose Vanilla, magna cum laude, honors distinction graduate. Clarissa Olson Hammerland, summa cum laude. Nathan Porter Hayes, cum laude. Nathaniel John Fadel, summa cum laude. Cameron Colson, magna cum laude, honors distinction graduate. Sean Vernon Finney, honors distinction graduate. Courtney Elizabeth Janine Griffin. Colton Emmett Reed, magna cum laude. Tori M. Strait, magna cum laude, honors distinction graduate. Caitlin Reese, magna cum laude. Kalani Rainbow Maldonado. Omer E. Almahia. Morgan Kirby Hill. Ryan Neild. Logan Sage Bowman, magna cum laude. Liberty Alexis Madsen, summa cum laude. Olivia Lynn Erickson, magna cum laude. Jessica D. Rogers, magna cum laude, honors distinction graduate. Maya G. Cartwright, magna cum laude, honors distinction graduate. Olivia T. George, magna cum laude. Mandy Elizabeth Hespe, cum laude. Anissa Lile Titon. Ryan Scott Spaeth, magna cum laude. Benjamin James Winteroth, magna cum laude. Kobe Eddie Trejo. Tyler Reed Metcalf, cum laude. Zachary Cox. Ashton G. Potter. Tasia Jordan. Maria Diaz. Star Ann Smith, magna cum laude. Marta Yadira Ramirez. Daniela Cardona, magna cum laude. Samantha Oliva, cum laude. Jennifer Vidales, magna cum laude. Donna Antonella Paravich, cum laude. Nicole DeYoung, summa cum laude. Hayden Louise Erickson. Erica Lee Woolley. Megan Pace, cum laude. Giles Adams Jones, magna cum laude. Shelby Lynn McGovern. Michaela Raquel Jones, summa cum laude. Kylie Nina Tran, summa cum laude. Zoe Rochelle Minton, magna cum laude. Josh Govan. James Andrew Balfour. Freya Maylie Dahlquist, summa cum laude. Jessica Jess Taylor Ray. Morgan Tallman, magna cum laude. Eddie Delgadillo. Megan Rochelle Cleveland, magna cum laude. Craig Vance Channel, cum laude. Riley Ann Lillenquist, magna cum laude. Isabella Ann Barton, summa cum laude. Abigail Norton. Daisy Elizabeth Escalera, cum laude. Alicia Ray Daly. Ainoa Okolane Pile, magna cum laude. Ajul Alexa Alvarez Mendez, magna cum laude. Emmeline Holloway, summa cum laude. Tucker Jeffrey Scott, summa cum laude. Alex Sewell, summa cum laude. Jordan Paul Peterson. Madison Ruth Hauser. Taylor Ann Consigna. Jessica Thaida Encinas Chiapa. Emma Christine Lopez, magna cum laude. Alejandra Isabella Rodriguez. Anna Crockett. Lucas Lawrence Anala. Baden Scott Sayer, magna cum laude. Lisette Angelica Munoz. Brinley Faye Stotts, magna cum laude. Britton Larice White, cum laude. Joy Mudiundumbo Madimba. Benjamin J. Kolb, magna cum laude. Gunnar Kelly Gardner, magna cum laude. Brent Logan Hart, summa cum laude. We now present our graduates from the College of Business. Jace Packer, summa cum laude. Griffin Jacob Daw, cum laude. Fiona Scarlett Graham, summa cum laude, honors distinction graduate. Tanya Kudla, cum laude. John Nathan Speck. Austin Michael Despain. Alan Yan, summa cum laude. Jeremy Adam Hennish. Layla Guthrie. Sulet Jasmine Ferreira Sirna, cum laude, honors distinction graduate. Carson James Taylor. Jackson Eli Anderson, cum laude. Blake Edward Siegler. Nathan Hall Donaldson, magna cum laude. Royce Dean Kinsey, cum laude. Priscilla Mambuco Varela, cum laude. Nika Lokika, cum laude. Kylie Jo Dimmick, summa cum laude. Cristal Castillo, cum laude. Emily Renee Wolf. Grace Catherine Wright, honors distinction graduate. McKenna Christine Riggle. Jonas Timothy Chopek. Chandra Lynn Keating, magna cum laude. Hudson Shane Clunt. Matthew C. Alonso, cum laude. Peyton Briggs. Hannah Kathleen Rasmussen, magna cum laude. Shaylee Lynn Hutchison. Emily Christopherson, cum laude. Bailey Renee Boring, cum laude. Dylan Ruth Bartos, summa cum laude, honors distinction graduate. Derek Henry Adams, cum laude. Michael Edward Medina, cum laude. Jacob Hipsch. Lydia Page Bishop, magna cum laude, honors distinction graduate. Sarah Marie Nelson. Haley Ann Von Spencer. Sophia Maureen Graves. Danielle Elizabeth Sullivan, magna cum laude. Shaylee D. Wagstaff, summa cum laude. Robert Thomas Helms. McKenna Joe Johnson. Rachel M.S. Garrett. Jordan Josephine Southwick, summa cum laude. Jacob Douglas Atkinson, summa cum laude. Hanson L. Lundgren, magna cum laude. Scarlett Arredondo Sosa. Veronica Aispuro Marquez. Ethan Christopher Freeburn, summa cum laude. Carter Lynn Christiansen, summa cum laude, honors distinction graduate. Stephen Gabriel Johnson, magna cum laude. Kyle Robert Collins. Austin Keith Padigamus, Mus. Samuel Magdalena Nava. Emily Ann Gerch, summa cum laude. Talon Kathleen Butterbaugh, magna cum laude, honors distinction graduate. Javier Manuel Redondo. Kessel Mitchell Severe. Andre Kusi Apaya. Annika Haney Langdon, cum laude. Sadie Lynn Bluth. Jamie Strite, summa cum laude. Aaron Jacob Blancas. Vicente Alexander Hughes. Yoan Kinanga. Kyla Elaine Childers. Nicole Darlene McKinnon, magna cum laude. Brenna Lynn Walther. Avery Silvis. Stephanie Yvonne Villalobos. Scott Glenn Coulter. Callie Ann Miller. Rachel Nicole Cooper. Dorothy Castron Astorga, cum laude. Mackenzie Pollock. Mariana Santillan, magna cum laude, honors distinction graduate. We now present our graduates from the College of Science and Engineering. Jaden Sonny Palmer, magna cum laude. Braden Ellis Peck. Zachary Alexander Shepis. Ethan Charles Kampfen. Andrea Shevalevich, cum laude. Isabella Antoinette Doherty. Brenna Rose Gunderson, cum laude. Christopher Troy Gunderson, magna cum laude. Kira Victoria Burlingame. Jolana Christiansen, magna cum laude, honors distinction graduate. Justin T. Lance. Matthew William Lambert, cum laude. Camden McLean Bean. Cody Nathaniel Hoffman, cum laude. Aubrey Fetzer. Danny Hampton. Alyssa Brianna Marquez. Andre Scott Jadama. Edwin Sosa. Carter Ethan Bouquet. Dakota Joshua Clark. Rodney Cale Pearson. Braden John Collins. Cesar Alexis Molina. Jose Lorenzana. Robert Ronald Rose. Jackson Thomas Mitchell, summa cum laude. Matthew J. Almgren. Rhett Thompson, magna cum laude. Maritza Rodriguez. Reagan Lexus Brewster. Moses F. Bosquez. Zachary Scott Martinez II, summa cum laude. Braxton Lee Simpson, magna cum laude. Ender Erickson McAllister. Mason Carter Sistrunk, cum laude. Kylie Jade Kowalski, summa cum laude. Tyler Jackson Smart. Ryan Charles Nielsen. Joseph Banza. Michael Tiago Carvalho Hebner. Griffin John Shriak, magna cum laude. Xavier J. Christie, summa cum laude. We now present graduates from College of Science and Engineering. Zachary W. Winters. Jonathan Donnelly. Benjamin Nathaniel Thomas, magna cum laude, honors distinction graduate. Justin David Brown. Amarani Sanchez. Jade Edward Park. Kelsey Pella, cum laude, honors distinction graduate. Katrina Grace Gilbert, magna cum laude. Emily Martin, magna cum laude. Isabella Nicole Keefe, magna cum laude, honors distinction graduate. Alia Maria Flores, cum laude. Amber Rose Pryor, cum laude. Emma Lane Pearson, magna cum laude. Jeffrey Brock Seiler, cum laude. Sadie R.V. Mason James Harper, summa cum laude. William Henry Hine, magna cum laude. Juliet Cosma Patricia Rollins, summa cum laude. Eliana Karen Ruth Craig Smith, magna cum laude. Grant William Baird. Aislinn Butikofer. Rose Asel Zakani, cum laude. Elena Michelle Truchot. Samantha J. Lee, cum laude. Rachel Ann White, magna cum laude. Carson Hazen, magna cum laude. Olivia Mae Baldwin. Haley Ann Oldham. Keegan Nathaniel Oldham. Brinley Ann Smith, cum laude. Kennedy Paige Sayer, summa cum laude. Yuridia Vega Gonzalez, summa cum laude. Michael Anthony Lemos, cum laude, honors distinction graduate. Prashant Pant, magna cum laude. Sansar Karal, cum laude. Pratham Kanal. Ethan Luke Bidwell. Destiny Monica Sue Stark. Vayanga Philaisea Masu. Ngasu. Haley Louise Torres. Holly Rose Forster. Brianna Baez. Alec Lundell. Carson King, cum laude. Blessing Ewere Ibude, magna cum laude. Zachary Edward McLean. Georgia Irene York, magna cum laude. Natalie Susan Empey, cum laude. Shanae Marley Brachtel, magna cum laude. Darius Neves Salas. Reagan Gabrielle Zander Stonehill, cum laude.
My outside voice, there you go. While we're waiting for the last of the graduates, this is usually not done. He is an unsung hero and someone who I'm just going to go ahead and go off script and recognize. Could you please join me in thanking Jeffrey Bennett, our name reader. Congratulations, graduates. Today we celebrate you. I know that each of you worked very hard to get here. It is also through the support of your dedicated family members and friends that you can stand here today. So now that they have cheered for you, I would like our graduates to recognize their families. So would the families and friends of today's graduates please stand for a round of applause from your graduates. Thank you, graduates. Each and every one of you are forever a member of the Bengal family, and you are also a lifetime member of the Idaho State University Alumni Association. I would now like to invite Mr. David Gates, President of the ISU Alumni Association Board of Directors, to say a few words.
Graduates, today is an amazing day. We come together to honor your hard work and incredible determination. This moment is a testament to your dedication and determination. But remember, education doesn't stop here. The journey of learning is lifelong. Keep seeking knowledge, challenging ideas, and growing into the extraordinary individuals we know you are. As proud Bengal alumni, you carry with you the legacy of this great institution. Let it be a legacy of excellence, integrity, and service. And now I have a special request. Would all ISU alumni in attendance today please stand? Graduates, take a moment to look around. These individuals are your Bengal family, a family ready to support you as you venture into the world and pursue the life you've dreamt of. With more than 90,000 living Bengal alumni worldwide, this alumni association is stronger than ever. Stay connected with this family, engage with your alumni network, participate in events, and give back to the generations of Bengals who will follow in your footsteps. And above all, carry the spirit of ISU wherever life takes you. Congratulations and welcome to the Bengal family.
Thank you, Mr. Gates. We love our Alumni Association. I can feel the mounting excitement and anticipation in this room. You're ready to celebrate and hug your graduates. But first, we have one more important tradition to take care of. Would the graduates who earn bachelor's degrees, associate's degrees, and certificates in all colleges please stand? So if this is your first degree, please stand. At this time, I invite you to move your tassel from the right side to the left, a symbol of having attained your degree. Would the rest of today's graduates in the audience please join them in standing for the singing of the Idaho State University alma mater by members of ISU's treble choir. I would like to thank all those who had a hand in putting on our commencement ceremony this morning, from planning to seeing it through to this point. Thank you, staff, and everyone who helped. Would you please give them a round of applause? I ask the audience and the graduates to remain standing in place while the platform party leaves the stage. Let us get out of here, please. And now, my final words. Congratulations, class of 2025. You did it. We are proud of you. Go Bengals!